before I get into the books, I just had a tiny little announcement that I'm really excited about. And that is that I am going to be posting a new, I'm adding a little series to the channel. Not a big deal. Books are still the center of everything here. I'm still going to be doing my weekly book videos, which I love because books are a huge part of my life. But I'm also going through a really weird and arduous kind of health and wellness journey that I thought it would be fun to document because, well, it's been going on for a while, and I'm studying for my nutritionist certification right now. And I've been learning so much about stress and hormones and about healing my body in ways that I wish I'd known sooner. And so like I'm doing this certification because, well, it's for me, really. But yeah, I'm sharing this journey alongside my book content because the channel's so new. We have the flexibility to do that. And nothing's changing. We're expanding. We're still doing the book thing. So if you're here for the books, you get the books. But if you're also navigating your own kind of like health and wellness chapter, I really hope that this series finds a nice soft place to land for you. So yes, that's it. More on that soon, and back to the books. Hi, I'm Kayla. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for hanging out with me as I got my stuff together. This weekend was just mad. It's Tuesday and I'm recording this the day it's gonna go up because we're getting ready to travel for the holidays, which is super exciting, but also just like a lot, especially with the little humans. But anyway, and I'm also just going through some transitions with work, which I've been sharing, I think, for the last few months. But I just wanted to jump up here and give you guys a little update. In the meantime, here's 10-ish book recommendations based on your taste in TV. I do have to preface this by saying that my firstborn little human was adamant on helping me make this video, and so towards the end here I'm gonna put in some clips of him helping me like rehearse this whole spiel. He was so excited and just so cute, and I feel like people need to see how cute it was. So yes. All right, so book number 1. This is, okay, you like vampires in your TV, vampires of the traditional kind, but still hot. And so if you like those guys, then I'm going to recommend to you Interview with a Vampire, the original vampire story situation, the one that has us all craving for more vampires. This is where you should go first. Okay, recommendation number 2. You like vampires, but down with the patriarchy. And for that, I have to recommend to you, and this is one I talk about all the time, Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil. This one, like, there are a couple books in this list that were a little bit polarizing, and I find it so interesting because I think that this was so well written. I feel like the story had really good pacing. The only part that I was confused about, or that I wish went a little bit differently, was when, I think her name is Alice, when we meet Alice, I'm like, I didn't care for her as much as I cared for Lottie and Sabine. And so that's my only little takeaway, but I really enjoyed this book. Like, I genuinely enjoyed it. And so I think that, yes, vampires, but down with the patriarchy. This one. You want to picture yourself as the main character, but you also want to be in love. And for that one, I have for you Great BBL. There was just something about this that really spoke to my heart. I think this is lighter in the camera than it is in real life, but also in real life it's a little bit light. Anyway, I had thought that it didn't taste matcha-y or whatever until I made more and I put more in it, and it still looks a little light. I really liked this. This was like a really interesting story of becoming. Don't ask me who the main characters are. I'll check for you. Who the Alice Scott, and we've got Hayden Anderson. Okay. Their names were a little forgettable for me, but that's okay. That might just be a me thing. Okay, so Alice is kind of like a news columnist, like she writes, you know, like tabloids, I think, something like that. And her mom's not super proud of her, or maybe her mom doesn't show she's super proud of her. and she gets this chance to write somebody's story, and she is like, oh my gosh, wow. And then you got Hayden, who's a super serious writer, like got the awards and all that kind of stuff, and he gets the chance to write the same story. And you kind of just see what happens between them as they spend time together, digesting and taking in the story of the person who one of them could get the chance to tell. And so I really liked it. I really liked how their relationship blossomed. I tend to like characters more as I see their interplay with other people. That's kind of how I am, especially in romance. That's how I was with Say You'll Remember Me, and I think that that's how I was with, oh, it's down here somewhere, but that's how I just tend to be with romance, is I don't like the characters until I see them with other people, because sometimes, just for a lot of reasons. This was really rich and beautiful. You have 2 different periods of time. You have just a lot going on, but it was worth it, and it was beautiful, and I loved it, and you should read it. You want main character energy, but with more representation, and for that, I would turn to Before I Let Go. This is the one I was talking about. So you've got Yasmin, and you've got, what's his face? Josiah, and they, see, I do this with everybody, like characters, like names just don't stick with me. They super like each other because this is their second chance romance. They are parents, and they're co-parenting. They're running a business together. This is all like very apparent right from the beginning, and so I'm not spoiling anything. And yeah, I think I liked Yasmin less at the beginning, and then I liked Josiah more. And then when I saw Yasmin with Josiah, I was like, okay, I'm here for them now. And so that's just how I tend to be. It was a great time. It was a great time. Main character energy all the way, because they're both just beautiful and high achieving people, and people you just want to root for. And also they are, Black. So we've got representation, we've got love. It's extremely well written, which is so important to me. I had a really good time. You're concerned about the current state of our country, and you're trying not to gaslight yourself. Also, you watch the news. And for that, I recommend to you The Handmaid's Tale. And this one nobody needs to talk about it, right? Because everybody knows the situation with The Handmaid's Tale. And you've got this like weird dystopian government situation in like the future. Women lose the right to like own property, and it's sudden, but kind of not, because like little things have been being put into place for a period of time, and then suddenly there's no government, and then suddenly there's this like weird regime, and suddenly women lose their power, and we go back to this like hardcore patriarchal society, but one that, instead of it being like under the radar in the society we live in now, like in this society, it's blatant, right? And so I don't know how else to talk about it, but if you're unwell because of what's going on in the country, and you have concerns, and you just want to tell yourself, hey, what you're seeing is real, read The Handmaid's Tale. If you watch the show, it was a good time. You'll like the book. It feels like the vibes are very similar, like these kind of go together. The other thing I would say is that it was Dua Lipa's Station 95, I want to say. It was her book of the month for this month. And Margaret Atwood just released another book about her life. And I remember on her interview with Dua Lipa, Dua Lipa had said that she read this one and the other one in tandem, and that it was a whole new way of seeing and understanding what it is Margaret Atwood was talking about. And so if you're interested in current events, current affairs, or if you're just here for a dystopian good time, I would definitely recommend The Handmaid's Tale. You need to stop watching the news, and instead you want to read about devastating, beautiful things, but like in a healthy way, like a healthy way. And I'm always going to recommend On Earth We're Briefly Gorgeous by Ocean Vuong, who is the poet and novelist of my soul. He just does literature different. Like, he's just different, And this is an epistolary novel, and it's a son writing to his mother, who is both illiterate and doesn't speak the language he's writing in. And so what happens is he's able to just say all of the things because he has a certain level of, what's the word? He has a certain level of anonymity in this exercise. And there's something that Ocean Vuong does beautifully when he works with metaphor and how he sustains the metaphor for so long a period. And I'm just like super obsessed and enamored at how he does that. Yeah, and the other thing that I always talk about is he's a poet, and you know he's a poet when you read his novels. You just know that a poet wrote this, and there's just something to be said about that being possible and the imagery being so palpable. And yes, if you would like to have a good time but also destroy yourself, I recommend On Earth We're Briefly Gorgeous. Okay, what else? Oh, you watch Toxic Love Stories on TV. Normal People by Sally Rooney. And I know I talk about how this book is a really good depiction of what love today looks like, because it is. Doesn't mean it's not toxic. It just means that it's a good depiction of it. And there's something about watching the interplay between these two, like watching their relationship as it evolves and kind of ebbs and flows, that just is so like consumable and reminds me of what it's like to watch weird relationships on TV. And yeah, they're all just telling the same stories, right? They're telling our stories. They're telling the stories that we as consumers are experiencing on a regular basis. And I feel like if you like weird love on TV, you'll love this book. So you should try it out. And I think all of Sally Rooney's books are kind of about weird love to some degree. Okay, what else do I have? Oh, you watched The Hunger Games. And I'm gonna hold up for you book 2, which is Catching Fire, because I already returned book 1 to my sister because I just inhaled it and then gave it back to her and immediately got this one. I'm taking it on the road. If you watch The Hunger Games, you'll love the books, and vice versa. I had seen one Hunger Games movie like way back when, and I had never read the books, and this is my first time reading the books. So I read them, and then 2 days after I finished book 1, yesterday I watched the Hunger Games movie for the first time in years, and they did so well with the movies. Like now, especially after reading the book, like they did so well with the Hunger Games movie. And so now I'm excited because every time I finish a book, I reward myself with a movie. At least that's what I'll do now. Okay. Oh, you watch period drama. Emma. So these are for the people who like watching new versions of Pride and Prejudice or Jane Eyre. These are for the people who like Bridgerton. This is super Bridgerton-y. These are for the people, this book is for the people who like Downton Abbey. I like all of those things. I'm a period drama person, and returning to Emma for the first time as an adult, this has been a good time. I'm not finished with it, but this has been a good time. It feels like what it is to watch one of those shows or movies. Maybe more like one of the shows because they have like a little bit of a comedy, even sometimes there's a comedy element to it. So maybe like more of the shows, but like if you want a period drama good time, it's right here. It's right here waiting for you. You like reality TV, especially dating shows. The Selection. I'm here to eat my words because I did not like reading this book initially at all. Like it was pretty awful. But now that I am about 2/3 of the way through it, I'm really enjoying myself. I really like America. Again, I'm sorry about the names, I don't remember. I really like her as a person. Like I think she's kind of cool. I like her personality. I think she's always kind of on 10 with the prince, but that's fine. I'm really interested to see what happens next because I'm sorry, I'm just looking at the other, because I got the other covers there. And so I just want to know what happens next. Don't tell me. But yes, if you like reality TV, if you like dating shows, it's this one. I only have one little category left, and that is if you like anime. I am new to anime, but I'm like a couple years into anime. But I've really enjoyed my journey thus far. And one of my favorite shows is, and I'll put it up there because I don't know the name of the show, but this one, it's Fly Me to the Moon, but it's something else on the show. And I watched it first. I'm not finished with it, but I watched a lot of it. And then I started reading. I've only read the first volume. I have volume 2 though. But if you like anime, I'm gonna try and get the name of the show and like pop it up on the screen for you. Another show that I love is Spy Family, and I really, really am enjoying the manga for this one as well. And if you like spies and like family secrets, super, super good anime and super good manga. And then the last one that I would recommend to you is Hunter x Hunter. I've read have I only read volume 1 of Hunter x Hunter? But it was so good. Oh, there's one more. Okay, probably my favorite besides Fly Me to the Moon is the Apothecary Diaries. And it's over there, and I don't want to get it because it's underneath some stuff. But the Apothecary Diaries, great, great, great anime. And also really, really, really fun manga. And so those are them. Those are they, them. How do I now show you all of the books? Maybe first, you know what I want to talk about is what I'm taking with me on this road trip. We're going to be gone for just like 5 days, and we're driving. So like there's a travel day on each end of that. Okay, I'm taking the selection unless I finish it today. I'm taking Emma, and I think I'm taking Catching Fire. Yeah, I think these are the guys I'm taking with me. I may also take Bleak House because that is a book that a book club I'm a part of is reading for December. If you guys are, oh, you can't really see it, huh? Can you kind of see it? It's really faded. I got this at Kaboom for $6. I love Kaboom so much. And so the book club I'm a part of is doing, oh, hi Ollie, is doing this book for the annual Dickens read for December. And so I'm considering taking it with me to get started. I don't know how realistic it is, but I feel like I should just take it. Should I just take it? I'll just take it. This is not a lot of, for me, this is not a lot of books. This is just a couple of things. But let me show you as much as I can. I think we're gonna just leave it at that, and that's fine. That's fine. Okay, so that's it. Thanks so much for being here. Appreciate it. And I will see you in the next one. Stay tuned for a couple of clips of my child helping me put this together for you. Brother will never read it. Gives a protagonist the freedom to say whatever it is he wants to say, and just truly be honest about how, you know.
Yeah. Because it's like books are more entertainment.
Exactly, they are. And lastly, we have, he has this family who he has to sort of hire so that he can be undercover and try and gain.
My mom decides not to go. Oh!